I want to talk about gloves. Now, I think gloves in Singapore is quite an underrated piece of protective gear, mainly because it's so hot, right? It's so hot and so humid. Most of us don't even want to wear gloves, and even if we do, we wear those like 3/4 half cut, then the fingers are free, then we can tap on our phones. It compromises some form of protection, right? Especially when you go for a slide. And I can assure you that gloves really work on a slide. Now, I want to give you some tips on buying gloves, especially for Singapore weather. The first tip would probably to avoid leather. Now, even though leather has higher abrasion resistance, but you're in Singapore, bruh, it's really hot, and you know what? If you can rock a full leather gauntlet, please go ahead. That will definitely save you from nasty situations for sure. But I think there's a compromise to be made, you know? For example, my train of thought is like, if it's too hot for me and I don't even want to wear it, then there's no point in having a full leather gauntlet because I won't even wear it. But if I bring down the protection level into something that's a bit more breathable, like textile or mesh, then I'm sure that I'll wear it daily, which I have been. And so that in itself is already better than riding without gloves. Now, the second tip is these guys. Now, those are called palm sliders, and it's quite a shame that most of the top brands don't make them for cheap. Like, I've seen some gloves that cost between $200 to $300 and they don't even have palm sliders. And here's why it's important. When you go for a slide, whether is it a low side or a high side, I think more so for high side because you're flying off, right? What's the instinctive nature to break your fall? Your hands. Of course, that's the stupidest idea because you break your wrist and all, but instinctively, our hands come up. It's just a thing. We have to train ourselves to not bring our hands out, but naturally, our hands come out. And so that makes our hands one of the first few contacts on the ground. And so we want the palm slider so that we can slide on the ground instead of catching into the ground and breaking our wrist. Does that make sense? So many gloves, they sell palm sliders, but it's not. But the palm sliders aren't like carbon fiber or metal or hardened plastic. It's just, I don't know, cloth. And that's super bad because cloths, they give you more grip on the throttle and on the handlebars, but guess what? They give you more grip too, the ground. So you're gonna grip the ground, and what happens is that because of the momentum that you're flying forward or sliding forward, you grab it, you grab the ground, and you go in like that. And that's how most wrist fractures, hand fractures happen. And so palm sliders and gloves, they give you some abrasion resistance, but they also prevent, or they try to prevent, your wrist from breaking. And to be very honest, riding a textile glove in Singapore is not hot at all. I've been riding with textile gloves for maybe the past 3 to 4 years. The one time that I went for a low side is the time where I did not wear my gloves. So joke's on me, guys. The third tip I would give is to find some knuckle guards. Knuckle guards come in many forms. Some come in metal, carbon fiber, hardened plastic. This here is kind of very tough rubber, and that's just in case you hit something somewhere, protect your knuckles from breaking. The gloves that I have on today, they are from Havoc. That's under GV. I got them at Racing World, I think, and they cost me under $100. So there really isn't any reason for you not to get yourself a good pair of protective gloves.